Hello there, thank you for the support in the last video, but today I'm going to review 6 more requested albums. So just sit back, relax and enjoy, use the timestamps for the albums you came for. Music time.
Hey. It's music time.
Bring Me the Horizon, that's not the title. Posthumous Next Gen is Bring Me the Horizon's most recent album, and I have no idea what to expect. I don't review rock. This British hard rock group is known for their many stylistic changes in between albums. This time they're going for an electronic EDM, but also metal style. I don't know, I'm scared. So let's just go. Talking about the project as Talking about the project as a whole, this is a lot. I have no idea what to think. Positives, this album flows incredibly well. The full album transitions make it sound like a whole experience unfolding in your ears. But at the same time, really, it doesn't feel like a complete project or a story because it doesn't stick with a specific tone or style. 16 tracks clocking at 55 minutes. This is a behemoth of a rock project. And as you're listening, especially when you get to the middle, and you still have 10 more songs to go, it kind of feels a bit draining. So I wouldn't recommend listening to this in one sitting. You can probably tell I'm not being very specific at all. This is definitely not the easiest introduction into pop punk metal that you can give someone. Here is my genuine reaction listening to a screamo song just after sort of slow and melodic song. This record was at its best when it leaned into the darker and dramatic electronic sounds, like in Amen, which worked very well, in my opinion. I wasn't a big fan when it was either just the screaming nonsense or the Imagine Dragons are songs. Not fully set on the singer. He's kind of pretending to be an emo and is doing that weird, annoying, kind of draining, I can't describe it, sassy voice. I can't. This is not for someone with the same ears and brain as me. Enjoyed it. I appreciated it. I'm not getting the full piece of the puzzle here, but for just this, it deserves a... This isn't for me. If you love it, I like it. If you hate it, then why did you make me listen to this shit? Out of 20. Next album's a proper British classic, so I thought I might as well make a cup of tea in a grommet mug. That's just beautiful. In the Court of the Crimson King, 1969 classic album from progressive rock band King Crimson. If what I said was complete gibberish to you, they say 21st century schizoid man in Kanye West power. Speaking of Schizoid Man, that is the first track. I got it, it's amazing. This stuff came out before Star Wars, and I couldn't believe it sounded that good. The writing, instrumentation, production, everything about it is amazing. And the fact that it's 7.5 minutes long makes it so much better. Other massive highlights include the switch from I Talk to the Wind to Epitaph, which was extremely powerful. Most of these songs here include like around 2 other songs inside of it, which was interesting. I don't know if that was just a staple of the times. I'm pretty sure saying this is a cardinal sin in the prog rock world. I wish the songs could have been split up. So yeah, so it felt like an actual album, and you could appreciate the individual sections. I don't see a negative here, so just do my bidding. After the atmospheric, experimental, sort of liminal creepiness in the middle of Moonchild, I had no idea what was going on. 6.5 minutes of a few guys testing out the different sounds in GarageBand wasn't enough to carry me through the whole period. Ending triumphantly on Court of the Crimson King, the song, which was absolutely fantastic. Basically an overture for the whole album. It was explosive, it was amazing. Basically all the synonyms for good, I would say it's that. I think every person deserves to hear this once in their life, but this wasn't the reason that music was invented. I don't know what was. Overall, everything that needs to be said about this album has been said since the 56 years it's been out. Essential music for anyone with ears and a brain. A 10. A 10. It's a 10. A family downstairs, so we can do this one quickly, right? Bando Stone in the New World is the latest musical endeavour from rapper, singer, actor, comedian, director and farmer Donald Glover under the persona of Childish Gambino. This album particularly is a full-length soundtrack to his upcoming movie of the same name, and it definitely stands on its own as an album, which gives me the legal right to review it. Which is annoying, because first of all, this album has no genre. And what do I mean by that? Well, these 2 songs are next to each other. See what I mean when I say this is hard to pin down? The heavy rock sounds of Lithonia, in braggadocious electro rap bars and Talk My Shit and Yoshinoa, incredible funk dance song of No Excuses. Then on the lower side of the quality spectrum you get kind of a bubblegum poppy sound of Real Love. If I were to rank the 17 songs, it would be 17, Real Love, already explained why. 16, We Are God. I mean, it's made really well, but it's kind of empty, doesn't really go anywhere. 15, Happy Survival, light-hearted reggae instrumental. Good, but was only made for the movie. 14, Can You Feel Me? Very cute song made with the sun. It's a tad annoying and not very really listenable though. 13, Running Around, cool soft rock dance song. 12, Dad Cut, similar vibes to Running Around but more better. 11, Got to Be, intense, electronic dark warehouse song, insane Prodigy sample. 10, Hearts Are Meant to Fly, awesome intro track. 9, Cruising with Yeet, really catchy, nice atmosphere. Yeet brings so much to the song. 8, Survive, I love the chorus on the song, the Simpson production's amazing. 7, Talk My Shit, the beat is insane, Gambino, insane flow and rapping is unforgettable. The features are hilarious, in the best way possible. Number 6, Steps Beach, soft guitar song with beautiful chords and some amazing vocal layering. 5, In the Night, my favourite feature here. Catchiness is off the charts. The instrumental is so well done. 4, No Excuses, longest song on the album. It's a masterclass on how to structure a song. All the instruments, how it builds up, the ending. 3, Yoshinoa, best rapping out of Donald since Because of the Internet. The slight Drake disses, the beat switch in the middle of the heavy drums is fantastic. 2, Lithonia, like I said, the instrumental with the heavy drums and guitar. How it all builds up and the tension is too good. And number 1 for me, A Place Where Love Goes. The verses are reminiscent of Ye on Black Skinheads, then the explosive synthwave chorus, essentially becoming a more intense Daft Punk song. Overall, Donald Glover created a highly reliable, listenable and eclectic stadium album that's driven by its purpose to be played in the ears of as many people at once. I may never get to experience it that way, but as it stands, an 8. That was good.
Somebody once told me the
Next album, we got Almost Healed by Lil Durk, a 21-track album set off the death of his number 1 creative partner, King Von. Give a previous album from him, Send to Do It, an 8, which I completely disagree with, and my standards must have been terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. Positives for this, Durk has never sounded better in front of the mic. His voice, lyricism is at an all-time high. The writing on this album is also pretty solid. He's able to articulate a lot of mature themes on it really well. You can tell many things, especially Von's step, hits him really hard, and the title of the album is also really appropriate. Almost Healed. Progresses on some songs, he's kind of slowly coming into his own, working through his issues in front of everyone and on the song. That was actually really nice. Song length on this project as well, averaging like 2 minutes, makes everything really digestible, easy to listen to, doesn't waste any time, and Durk gets the point across in the 2 verses that he usually has. So on the negative side, the instrumentals on so many of these songs suffer a cold case of not changing and staying the same. No matter how emotional the lyrics are, the producers just give you an uninteresting trap beat, which is just really boring. So yeah, production's a big old downside to that, and the features, which aren't really a downside, but another Morgan Wallen feature, you know how I hated that one.
Sounded unlistenable.
On that, Future and Savage's generic verses are fine. My top 3 songs would be number 3 Before Faj, a really hyped track, loved the beat and energy, I just wished it was longer. Number 2, Cross the Globe, I don't know if this is a controversial take, I don't even like Juice WRLD, but he was really good here. And number 1, All My Life of J. Cole, obvious. Number 1, legendary song. J. Cole is fantastic on this, very positive, uplifting, it's an awesome song. Almost Healed by Lil Durk was the most enjoyable time I've had listening to him. Easily digestible, would recommend to anyone wanting to get into this kind of music and him as an artist. But then, I don't want to listen to this again, and I don't like this genre, and Lil Durk is mid. A 6.33. From 2019, True to Myself is Lil TJ's first full-length studio album. I previously reviewed his latest one, 222, and I gave it a 4 after a pretty negative review. As usual, expectations are low, but I'm still interested. Positives, this album was so much better than 222. It managed to keep my interest through all the tracks, it has much higher energy, and he doesn't even sound bored. These melancholic beats work very well with his voice. Ranking the songs would be, number 15, This song is the worst thing ever. I do not need to explain why. 14, Mixed Emotions. This song is completely fine and unnecessary. Number 13, Poster Be. I usually enjoy the love theme of these songs, but here it's not really done too great. The chorus is nice though. 12, Top My Game. The title is a lie. 11, Decline of Lil Baby. Most forgettable baby has ever been. Number 10, Dream That I Had. Way overhated, but nothing about the song was really terrible. All good. 9, One Take. Any other song would have been a more interesting opener. It sets the tone well and lets you know what you're in for effectively. Number 8, Goat. Not a goated song, but I can see why someone would like it. I've decided for the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to skip to the top 3. Number 3, FN. I can see why this is popular. It's so enjoyable. Number 2, No Escape. Good closer to the album. The instrumental is really cool and a lovely change of pace. Number 1, Leaked. Obvious number 1. My favourite beat I've heard out of Lil TJ. He cooked up songs like these all the time. I would definitely be a fan. Okay, this album surpassed my expectations from what I heard the last time. I suppose I enjoy listening to it, but I could barely think of the words to review it. All the songs just blended together. I'm sorry. 5 out of 10.
Gunna. He's a rapper. This one took me 3 days. It took me 3 days to write.
Nope, 4 days to write. 4 days to even come up with a sentence and figure out what to say. Who actually listens to Gunna? One of One, his new album that came out this year, puzzles me beyond belief. I've never been so incredibly bored sitting down, pen and paper, to review an album. And this was a requested album. Someone listened to it, enjoyed it enough for me to listen to it and tell you my thoughts. Why? Please tell me what you actually liked about this. I guess I'll go first. Positives. I thought the beats were kind of cool and they carry a good percentage of these songs. He obviously has a lot of money to pay the people that he works with, and that's something to think about. I can't do this shit anymore. This is the most ridiculously forgettable album someone's had the guts to make me listen to. And as I'm saying this, as I'm writing it, as I'm putting in the script, I can't wait for the ranking section so I can put it in its rightful place. It doesn't deserve a score. We are ranking them now, so let's just flip and go. Push him in next gen, post pop punk metal EDM album. I liked quite a few songs on here, but it's not my genre. In the Court of the Crimson King, legendary, and I kind of already spoiled it already. Legendary 1969 progressive rock album. Oh, it's so good. Bando Stone, New World. Childish Gambino has been my number 1 on Spotify for 2 years now, and I wish this album was better, but I still loved it. The downsides are definitely downsides. There are lows, but there are so many good highs, so I'm putting it super good. Almost Healed, the most enjoyable time I've had with Lil Durk so far, ever. And if I'm going, I wouldn't say Push Him Next Gen is worse than this, but I'm just saying I'm more akin to Almost Healed than I am to that stuff. Lil TJ, True to Myself. Melancholic, boring. There wasn't a single song I really thought, oh, this is a really good song, except for maybe 1 or 2. But I never thought, oh my god, this is the most horrible song ever. Except with Sex. Damn it. Sex. 1 of 1. This makes me so angry. And there we go. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Bye bye. Next one will be a Childish Gambino one. I don't give a care. I don't give a care what you say.